So in today's lesson, I'm going to teach you how to export your media and get it to me so that I can grade it and make sure you're good to go. The first thing we need to do is send our composition that we just created. We're going to send it to, and at this point, this is my export example. It's this composition here. We're going to go composition and add to render queue. And when we do that, our render queue comes up, and anything in the render queue is what gets exported and stuff like that. So you'll notice it says lossless. And the first thing we want to do is make it a video codec that's easy to export, that's easy to upload to YouTube, or easy to send to me using a third-party sender. So, lossless. We want it to be a QuickTime, and right now my format is animation. It's going to make it a giant file, so we want to change it, and we're going to go Format Options, and I'm going to change it to DVC Pro HD 1080p 30. And you may get a warning, you may not. Hopefully you have this codec. If you don't have this codec and you're not able to do it this way, contact me and I will figure something out for you. Click OK. We also want to turn our audio off. Because there's no audio, we don't need to save it. We don't need to send audio. You're never going to need audio in this class, so we can turn audio off. And once we've done all this, we'll hit OK. Now if you don't want to go in every time and do those settings, you can set up this to be your default output render setting. The first thing we want to do is make it into a template. We want to save our settings. So here it is, RGB, DVC Pro 1080 30p, audio off. And we're going to save it. You know, you can do anything you want. I'm just going to call it JRL 237. Just because, you know, that's your class settings to export something. And click OK. So now it's saved as JRL 237. So when you click on this window here, you can make JRL 237 your settings. You can go back to original lossless, stuff like that. But what you need to do now is go back into Make Template, change Movie Default from lossless to JRL 237, and click OK. Now you'll notice it comes up as Untitled 6, and that's only because it's really not ready for it yet. So just do this the first time. You'll never need to do that again. And for those of you that missed that, I'll do it again. We want to make sure that this is our movie default, the one that appears above the line, JRL 237. You only have to do that the first time ever. Now, anytime you put something into a render queue, it's going to come up JRL 237. And I want to send a destination. So I'm going to send it to my desktop, and I'm going to put it in this A folder. And I'm going to change the export example -1 to just export example because I did it earlier to that folder. So save it, and now I'm going to hit render. And watch how the blue line means it's render progress. And once it's done, it'll make a sound that indicates your render is done and you're ready to send it to me. We're rendered. Now, if you don't want to upload it to YouTube, I would strongly recommend uploading to YouTube, sending me a link, and that's how I'll watch your finished video to grade you. But if you would rather just email it to me, there's another website I want to show you. And so the other website is called WeTransfer. And basically, it gives you a week. You upload your video here, your email here. You put your email address here. You put my email address here. I'm just going to go at mix.u.e. Now, and then plus button to add your file, desktop, all the A's, export example, open. 770 meg. Small video, that's perfect for this. It'll give you 2 gig and it gives me a week to download it. Hit the transfer button. Once you hit the transfer button, this verification code will come up, so you go check your email, type in the verification code. I'm waiting on that now. It's always good to avoid spammers and viruses and whatnot. And I will get a link in my Mix account to send it to me. Any other questions you might have, let me know.